caused them to err. Right. Let's get into that word err. Err, coming from the word ta'ah, I believe. It says to err, wander, go astray, stagger. And that's exactly why I had this picture right here, because that's how a sheep gets caught out there. All right, by going astray from the flock. How is this? And what's the greatest chances of a sheep going away from the flock? From having no shepherd, or having a wrong shepherd. All right. And when a sheep goes astray, then that's when it's more vulnerable to dangers, such as the wolf in this picture. All right. And it says, the scripture said, the leaders of this people caused them to err, meaning to wander, to go astray, to stagger, to wander about. It says of intoxication, of sin, right? It says to be made to wander about, to be made to stagger, to be led astray, to cause to wonder about, to mislead, right? The leaders of our people are misleading our people, all right? Are causing them to go off and break the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High even more, by not teaching them the importance of keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, by teaching them the importance of not taking the RFID chip. That's how the leaders of this people, of our people, the 12 tribes of Israel, cause them to err. And they that are led of them are destroyed. See? The proof is in the pudding. It's straight out forward. But if you're allowing yourself to be led by anything other than Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, ultimately, you're going to be led to take the chip, or you're not going to be informed enough about not taking the chip. Therefore, you're going to take the chip and you're going to be destroyed, man. All right? And that's what it all boils down to, man. Because, like I said, from trying to fish the elect, you come across different walks of life, different excuses of why a person might not believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushua and everything, the correct doctrine that comes with, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, right? A person seeks knowledge for what reason? To be led down a particular path. All right. But the truth about it, whether a person believes it or not, is that all paths are going to come to a crossroads, which is the end of the world, World War III, the mark of the beast. All right. Each individual that is on earth is going to be part of the transition that is going to take place on earth from one kingdom and one power system to another kingdom and another power system. All right. Each individual is going to play a role in the transitioning of Esau's rule, Esau's kingdom coming to an end, and Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah, and Israel rising up and taking over control of the earth. All right. But if a person don't believe that because of wherever they are getting their knowledge from, no matter whether it's they self, no matter whether it's a book, no matter whether it's a leader, all right, if you're not being led by the Lord, man, ultimately you're going to be destroyed, man. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because you ask a person, like, look, man, all right, you believe in whatever it is that you believe in so much. What can you tell me about the future that will inspire me to believe what it is that you believe in as being the truth? what is it that you believe in? What is it that you can say about what you believe in that will inspire me to want to join your fight? All right. And when you look at it, man, the Lord, the Lord has it to where as though you had the Panthers, you had Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, you had our different leaders that tried to lead us in the right direction, but they all failed. But now the Lord has his prophets set up, and they're teaching certain things. They're painting a picture of the future, and they're telling everybody what options they have as far as which roles that they can play in the transitioning from one kingdom to another kingdom, man. And telling our people in particular that, look, you're either going to be destroyed by not believing, or you're going to be saved, hopefully, by believing and doing everything that you possibly can do to prove through your works that you do believe. All right? Telling our people that only through Yahweh Hashem Yahushua can you be saved from the destruction that the Lord is about to bring. Can you be saved from only through Yahweh Hashem Yahushua will you not take the RFID chip? All right? Like the United Nations, right? All right, the United Nations was set up after World War II to be like some type of peace organization to keep another world war from jumping off. All right, and it's made up of multiple different countries or states or nations, so to speak, right? Like it's like 190 something of them, if I'm not mistaken. All right, and amongst the United Nations, you have the state of Israel, all right, which is the fucking rats, the nation of Edomites that stole our identity, all right, calling themselves Israelis and Jews, all right, which are not the biblical Israelites, which do not make up the 12 tribes of Israel, all right. They have a seat Israel has a seat at the table of nations, all right, but they are not representing Israel. They are not the leaders of the 12 tribes of Israel. They're not the leaders on earth representing Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Alright? Even other countries or states or nations that do make up the true 12 tribes of Israel, alright, such as Brazil. All right, Brazil got a seat at the United Nations. All right, but they really belong to the 12 tribes of Israel. All right, Cuba, that's the tribe of Manasseh. All right, they got a seat at the United Nations. All right, Colombia, Chile. All right, you got different so-called nations or states or countries in which the people that make up those lands, such as Chile or Colombia or Brazil, they are Israelites, but they are not representing the 12 tribes of Israel when it comes to the United Nations. All right, they not trying to one of their inputs on how to keep peace on the earth is not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. All right, they're not none of those nations amongst the United Nations are talking about the RFID chip and how the RFID chip shouldn't be made mandatory because that's the mark of the beast according to the Bible. They're not doing all that. All right. So even though you have different nations that may look like they representing the nation of Israel. The nation of the real 12 tribes of Israel have no, the real nation of Israel making up the 12 different tribes of Israel have no seat at the United Nations. They have no army. They have no influence on the world. And if they did have influence on the world, if they did have a seat at the United Nations, they would be declaring the truth, which is all other nations outside of the nation of Israel is about to come to an end. All right. And the Lord is about to set up the nation of Israel to govern all other nations through the law, statutes, and commandments. All right. And so ultimately, the United Nations is going to be destroyed. All right. The state of Israel, all right, will no longer have a seat at the United Nations. The state or country or nation of Chile or Brazil or Argentina or Cuba, which is a byword for the tribe of Manasseh, those seats are not going to exist anymore. The only United Nations you're going to have is going to be the nation of Israel. The only kingdom that's going to be set up, the only leaders that's going to be set up is going to be Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah and the nation of Israel. And all other nations is going to be under that. You ain't going to have the fucking Arabics and East Indians and the so-called white man. We ain't going to have no fucking United Nations seat. All other there's going to be no authority alongside the kingdom of Israel. So I'm going to grab one more scripture and close it out. This is John chapter 10. This is John chapter 10 verse John chapter 10 verse 7. It says, then Yahushua unto them again. Then said Yahushua unto them again, verily, verily, I say unto you, I am the door of the sheep. Right, man. The Lord, Yahushua. All right. He said that the Lord came to, the Lord is the perfect example of his Father. The Lord said he came to do the works of his Father's business. All right. Only through Yahushua are we going to be saved. Only through Yahushua do we have any chances of seeing salvation from Yahweh, of receiving mercy from Yahweh and being saved. All right. So the Lord said, I am the door of the sheep. And it's beautiful, man, because in order to get inside of a gate, all right, in order to get inside of a gate, going back to Jeremiah 14:2, there have to be some type of passageway. And what's that passageway to get inside of the gate? All right. That passageway is Yahushua. All right. And what's the gates that the Lord has set up now? He has his prophets set up now. Knowing that the gates represent the leaders. All right. The leaders that the Lord has set up on earth is the prophets, the men that you see in your downtown areas week in and week out on the highways and byways. All right. Preaching the doctrine of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. We are the gates. And the door to get inside of the gate is Yahweh Shah. All right. It says, I am the door of the sheep. The sheep is the elect, those that the Lord chose before birth to be saved from the destruction that the Lord has set, to be saved from taking the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip. All right. It says, all that ever came before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep